Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday if you're watching the playback. Camilla, if you're watching this, I will have your journal. I'm going to make it. I just ran out of ink when I was going to do it. But anyway. Hey, Kat. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I put some flowers on it. So cute, right? So cute. I'm going to wait for some people to join. You'd think, like, my friends would be here faster. They're slow. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Patricia. All right. Okay. And then, of course, my kids want to act like animals. Whenever. Only when it's time. Well, I guess I don't really pay attention that much when I'm not live, but then I do when I am. And I'm like, really? Cut it out. Hi, Sue. They do it more so. Like, alright. I'm trying to find. There we go. Alright. So, I am going. Hey, lurkers. No, these are not. I got this. It's Prima. And it's just got a bunch of flowers. I think I got this at Joann's.com. No, I didn't make them. They're mulberry flowers. I wish I could make mulberry flowers. But the paper is not really the cheapest. Hey, Jen. Hey, Jen. Happy Friday, everyone. So I'm going to be doing a tutorial of what I kind of came up with my own idea because I have been making flip books for a while. Hi, Stephanie. So I've been doing flip books, which flip books aren't really my idea per se. I mean, everyone does flip books. There's just different variations, right? So I kind of came up with, like, I'm really big on books and doing that kind of thing. So I kind of came up with my own kind of flip book. Oh, okay. How's that going? Finally. What he does to us. You're like, you don't never do it. Hey, Dana. Hey, Dana. Okay, so Dana, you're gonna love this. So I don't know if you guys, let me see if I have the book beside me, because that would make things a little easier. And I kept it. I probably should have gotten it before I went live, but of course I didn't think that was necessary until this very moment. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? It might be in here. Hold on. This is where I like put all the stuff that I'm gonna send to people, so it shouldn't be in there, but oh, here it is. So I don't know if you guys seen, I have a tutorial on how to make this. So this is kind of where the concept started, right? Hey, Tina, you're late. All right, so this is kind of where the concept started, and I don't know if y'all seen this, but so it was this book where I followed someone else's tutorial and kind of made it my own. So this is kind of like the concept, but this was kind of simple and didn't have a lot going on. So I thought that's where the kind of concept came from. So I have a tutorial if you guys did want to make this. Hey, Gloria. Gonna try to watch and work at the same time. Hey, I'm really good at that. So I decided to make something like it. And so this is my version of what I'm calling an embellishment book. Okay. So it's really small. It's only I know this by heart. It's a 5x4. Okay. Or the dimensions. And it's just kind of, it's chipboard and I know. It's chipboard, and then here's the center of it. And so what it is basically, and I don't have it fully decorated because I will, and I don't know if I'll do that on live on Friday. We'll figure it out. But basically, it has these flips, right? Kind of like a flip book. So it's got these flips, and I'm just going to flip through. And so there are the flips. And so what I'm thinking is like, okay, so here is a pocket, right? And here is a pocket, right? So my thinking is some pages you can put a belly band, right? And some pages you can make, hold on, I have all my scraps to the side because I'm going to keep all my scraps because that is what I'm going to make pockets with. So you can make a pocket here, or you could make a side pocket or a pocket here, do different like swipe pockets, and then you stuff them with like different embellishments where it's ribbon, stickers. You could even like take stickers like this, put glue on the back of the part where they can still use them, and put stickers in here that can be usable, or, you know, so it's basically an embellishment book. You can put flowers in here, like, put, you know, like different ways, and I'm going to come up with all that and we'll get into it. So this is just the base of it. And, in the base is what I'm going to show y'all how to make today. So I thought it was really cute, and it's kind of my take on a flip book, but I'm calling it an embellishment book because you can put all kinds of embellishments in it and swap with people or send it to someone. And I thought it was really cute, and it's super sturdy. And the great thing is, after they use all the embellishments, they could use this to write in as a journal, put pictures. They could use, it's something that they can use and make something else with, right? So that was my whole theory. Because like with the flip book, and I've made a bunch, you know, it's just a flip book that you keep. Well, with this, by putting your embellishments or your things that you're trying to send, this is something you could do something with. Like, this is a perfect size for like wallet size photos, or print off some pictures, like if you go somewhere. Or so you could get really creative with what you do with it after you take out all your embellishments, right? So it has multiple, hey Susie, it has multiple uses, right? And all right, so let's get to it. So the first thing I have, what you're going to need for this project is, of course, paper. And I'm going to move this paper because we're not going to use this paper today. I'm going to use a different paper. So what you need is chipboard, paper, and cardstock, white or black, whatever you prefer. So I have basically two pieces of 5x4s and then one piece of 5x2. So this is 5 inches wide, 5 inches long, and then 4 inches wide. And then that's going to be our base for our book. And then this is going to be the inside that hold the pages. So there's one 5x3, and I will write all this up in the description once the video is live. But 5x3, 2 3/4 by 5, 2 1/2 by 5, 2 1/4 by 5, 2 by 5, and 1 3/4 by 5. And then we'll do that. But let's put the cover together first. And you could do this with fabric, but I'm going to do it with paper. I'm going to cover it with paper just because I've showed the fabric thing a couple times. All right. So here's the thing. I've made 2 mock-ups of this. If you look at this, you could comfortably make one of these with one sheet of cardstock, right? And it's comfortable, right? But I'm going to go ahead and put another piece on here just to show y'all it'll be easier. So it's comfortable with that, but it's easier to put another piece. So, hey Chrissy, I got it this time. Hi, Chrissy. Oh, I'm making an embellishment flip book So it's an embellishment flip book. So it's basically, I kind of talked about it, but it's a little bitty book, and instead of a flip book, you can use it afterwards and you can put all kinds of embellishment. So I'm showing how to make the cover, and then probably next week I'm gonna like totally like get this together and show y'all how I would decorate it. So that way when you send this to someone, and I was talking about you can put different pockets and whatever else, but they can use this afterwards. Hey Jamie. I know, right? I'm a genius. All right, so first things I'm going to do is, I said that, and if you guys watch, you could probably use one thing of cardstock, but folding it over can be a little tricky. So I'm going to show y'all how to do it the safe way, right? So the safe way is, you need double-sided tape for this project. I mean, you could use glue, but I recommend, if you don't want stuff lifting up, to use, let me zoom out. If you don't want stuff lifting up, to use double-sided tape. All right, so I am just gonna run, this is half an inch double-sided tape. Where are my scissors? Here they are. I am just gonna run 2 pieces down, so that will give me 1 inch, and I'm going to overlap these 2 pieces of paper. And I learned this trick from Mary Beth, which is Embellishment Designs. If you guys want to learn how to put a base of an album together, I learned a lot from her, and I'm going to show a little tricks that she showed me. So it's Embellishment Designs. But so double-sided tape, overlap your paper. Where's my little trash can? It is not on my desk. Oh, here it is. Okay. I need the trash can on the desk. All right. So I'm just basically lining this up on both sides and going to press that down. All right. So that gives us both pieces that gives us that little overlap, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, and we didn't need like this whole thing, right? But I'm going to get into that. So the next thing I'm going to do, and she taught me this is important because that way you're straight, is I have a Tim Holtz ruler, but you want to just kind of make a mark an inch up. And that's what I'm going to kind of do, and try not to shift it. And then I think I moved it a little bit. All right, so these are the base to cover an album, anything basically. All right, and then I don't think we need more than that. So next I'm gonna flip it over on its side, and I'm gonna do 1 inch over 2 and just make a mark. So that way we know this is where we're gonna start putting our book down. Let me get my other double-sided tape. All right, so now I'm going to just add double-sided tape to the back of these. Wait, now I said hi to myself. Oh, hi. I know I said hi to the lurkers, didn't I? Well, hi to any of the new lurkers. But all right, so next up I am going to I think this is going to be a cute idea, right, Dina? What a great swap. So you guys pay attention to how to make this, because I probably will be hosting a swap on these. It's going to be called the Embellishment Book Swap, right? And not right away, but soon or later. We got to wait for Dana to drive around with it in her car for a couple weeks first. All right. We got Crafty Grammy. I know, right? Hi, Sandra. Hi, Mary. Lou, if I didn't say any hi to someone that came in, say hi right now, and I'll catch it. Sorry, guys. All right. So I'm just putting double-sided tape, so, and then I need to wipe off my scissors, because y'all see that? That's that art glitter glue trying to make them not work. Book making, my kind of project. I know, right? It's going to be fun. And then you just make it embellishments, and then you can use the book afterwards, right? All right. So I'm one of those you can make it any theme. Can start now. Yeah, it can be any theme, of course. So, and it's going to be simple. The one thing you're going to need is chipboard. You can get a one piece of chipboard at Wal. I bought, let me show you all this. I bought, this is really thick. I need to talk to you about this, Dana. But I bought 25 sheets of chipboard for $8 on Amazon. Oh, 8 by 11. So, $8. Yeah, it's chipboard. I made a mock-up with a file folder, which file folders are thicker than cardstock. And yeah, I didn't like the way it wasn't very sturdy. It wasn't folding because I wanted to see if there were different things, because I know people will ask, can I make this? I wouldn't recommend. I would recommend, if you're going to take all the time, glue, paper, all, buy some chipboard. It is well worth it. And it'll last and won't get smushed in the mail and whatever else. So I recommend getting some chipboard. Kat was saying you might be able to use a cereal box, but something really, I'm jammed all my mail ready. Was not able to send. Oh no, I'm giving crap to Dana about an inside joke. Yeah, that's a good deal. So, all right, so next I am just going to cut this down, and then, I mean, not cut this down. I'm just putting chipboard on the back of this. I recommend using double-sided tape for this. You might be able to do glue, but I think when you're messing with chipboard, it has a tendency to stay where you want it to with some double-sided tape better. All right. I am probably using more than I need to, because that's my OCD in me. And then I use a little bit of art glitter glue on some of this, but some of it I won't. But for the cover, I'm using double-sided tape. All right, so this, so we're gonna basically start over here, and let me rub these down really good. Rub, rub, rub. Right. Hi, Jen. Does a craft store sell them? Yeah, the craft store sells it. So does Walmart.com. Walmart.com sells them for cheap. Okay. Okay, so I am just going to lay these down, and I'm gonna, like, I'm lining up, if you guys can see what I do, line up this line with this line. And so this is a trick I learned from Mary Beth too. If you take your 1/4 inch, I think this might even be 1/8 of an inch, but 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch double-sided tape, and you run this down in between, that is your perfect, because you need to leave a gap between here, but this is a perfect gap. So if you guys can see that, which you probably can't because it's white on white, but there is a strip of this that I put down where I can see it, and it kind of gives me a guide so that it's even. Oh, really? I haven't seen that. And hi, Berry Crafty Bonnet. Cool. I made, I don't know if you guys missed it. I made this. And that's kind of where I got my inspiration from. It is, but it kind of didn't have, like, it wasn't, yeah. So I made this before, and I have a tutorial on this. And that's where I got my inspiration from. All right. So, but I wanted something smaller. Hey, Pam. Hey, Pam. Yeah, I have a tutorial on how to make that. Hey, Nadia. Oh, there's all kinds of... If I didn't say hi to someone, let's just say hi again. Yeah, I made that one. And that was a couple months ago. I think that was in February when me and Dana were doing that. All right, so I put that in between, and now I'm going to lay the centerpiece down. So this is going to be the middle, which is, what is it called? Your spine. All right, so I have this, which you guys probably can't see, but I'm lining it up with that line and lining it up with that piece. So now I'm going to run this over again. That way it's super stable because of the chipboard, and you have your perfect gap in between. So next, I'm going to line this up again with that line at the bottom, and I like that this kind of brings all the worlds together, where it kind of brings in albums, journals, you know, paper crafting all in one. All right, hey Veronica, hey. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim off my extra, and I only need about 1 inch on here, so we don't need this piece. And then I'm going to do the same thing here and cut off that extra. And then we'll miter some corners. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna miter my corners, which I gotta clean my scissors real quick because it's driving me bonkers. Hello, Pamela. Lots of laughs. I have a daughter here from Jersey, and she's been sex those fancy stores. Oh, nice. At least she finally took you. Hold on. All right, I'm cleaning my scissors real quick, guys, because if not, it's gonna drive me crazy. That's our glitter glue and cutting up this double-sided tape. All right. And I'm just taking a baby wipe and like elbow grease, and it seems to work just fine. All right. Rubbed that right off. All right. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to miter my corners. So if you don't know, you just kind of want to go at an angle. So I'm basically not too close, but kind of like that. Not to leave like a little bit here, but not a lot. All right, so now I'm going to kind of do it again. And it doesn't have to be perfect. See, that's going to drive me crazy because there's that little piece. Okay. And then, so if y'all want to know how to make a book cover, this is how you make one out of chipboard. All right. Or an album cover. This is how you make an album cover. Kind of the same principle. All right. So there we have all these little pieces we're going to get rid of. So the next thing is you want to kind of fold it over and kind of work the paper because you don't want it to rip. If you just fold it and bend it, it's going to rip. So I'm just kind of working it, working it, working it, working it. Then I'm going to take, hold on, let me get my smaller one. I put it in my score tool. All right, so next, so I'm going to just kind of work where we want it to bend. And this will just prevent, again, the paper from ripping. Because that's where it's going to have a tendency to rip. So next I'm going to take my double-sided tape. You could probably do this with glue, but being that I have the double-sided tape, because then you just want this to stay down. You don't want it lifting up, okay? So I am just taking this double-sided tape all the way to the end really well. And then I'm going to do this next piece. Hey, Adriel. That's good. My sister said that happens to her all the time, too. That's horrible, right? All right. A side business, I know. Hey, Angela. Hey. Okay, so just putting that double-sided tape, and I'll kind of just show the book one more time. I know the people are like, oh my God, if she shows us one more time. But just for the people coming in late, hold on, what we're working on. All right. And then, okay. All right, so we're making instead of a flip book, because I'm trying to, it's kind of my take on a flip book. So it's 5x4, and it basically has all of these pages that I did, and that's what I'm teaching how to make right now. And then probably within this week or maybe next Friday, I will totally embellish it, because what I like the idea is that you make all kinds of pockets to stick all kinds of embellishments in, but then after the person uses all the embellishments or takes them out, they can use this. It can be reused into an album or something else, a journal, or just all kinds of things. So that's what we're working on, and this is 5x4. Hi, Carrie. Hey, Kennedy. Hey, Carrie. So that's what we're working on, and so it's going to be called an embellishment book. All right, so I have the double-sided tape all at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my art glitter glue, and I'm going to put it in the gaps that I don't have the double-sided tape. All right, just so that it'll stick in that gap. All right, let me pull this up. And then you just kind of want to work it slow. I'm just working it slow. I'm pushing it over. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Put double. All right. Yes, Pam, use both. Use both what? Yeah, I'm just showing how to make it. It's, I'm not making a box. I'm making an embellishment book, and it's 5x4 is the dimensions. I missed it. All right, hold on. Yeah, I use both. Even, like, you'll see me do some other stuff where I put the tape. I use both. Always. With putting these down, I don't necessarily need it. Some people do it to give yourself some more wiggle room. So I kind of have that part down to an art. But if you need more time to give yourself wiggle room, then put the glue on the back. But here I use both. But at the end, I've learned it's important to use the double-sided because it just sits really good. All right, so I'll show you on, when I cover this in a minute, I'll show you, something's going on with your kids. I'll show you where I will put just the outside, the double-sided. All right. So, and you could put it here to give yourself some more time and a wiggle room. I just made this so I know that we're good. But when I was making my mock-up, I did use both. All right. So now that we have that covered, it's stiff as a board. So you're going to slowly work. And I want to do this before I put the top on. I'm slowly working. You don't want the paper to rip. So I'm doing this on the outside, slowly working it, slowly working it. So I'm going to slowly bend, and then I'm going to slowly bend, and then there you go. No rips or tears, right? So, because it will rip or tear, which isn't the worst thing in the world. You could fix it. If you have black, you put a black marker, but just that's something to do. Okay, So next what we're going to do is we're going to measure, which I did this earlier and I probably didn't write this part down, but I think it was 10 and 2. So it's 10 1/4 by 5. All right, so we need to cut 10 1/4 by 5. So I'm going to cut down 5. All right, and open up. Like, this has a handle. I never use that. All right, 10 1/4. All right, so there's our piece. And I think I might cut a little sliver off so it goes inside of it and is not perfect. So, all right, so I just cut a little bitty sliver off. What type of white paper? Oh, it's just regular cardstock. Like, I'm not using, so there are different kind of cardstocks. There's the one that Tuesday Morning sells, which is really good, thick cardstock. This is just white cardstock from Michael's. The white cardstock that were like, they're 3 for $10 or something of that nature. All right, so on this piece of paper, I'm going to put double-sided. Yeah, it's just the one. And I've been buying it for Amazon lately because I think it's a lot cheaper. But I will never be able to do so. You will. You just have to practice. It is a 2-inch spine, yes. So it looks a lot bigger because when you look at the project put together, because of the book being so big, the spine looks so big, right? But it's not. It's only 2 inches. And then these are 4 by 5s. So it's 4 by 5 by 4 and then 5 by 2. And then that's the embellishment book. Okay. So next what I'm going to do. Oh, no problem. No problem. Oh, you're listening and lurking sometimes. Oh, it's all good. All right. So thanks, Dana, for answering all the questions. I appreciate that. Hey, River. Hey, River. Hey, everyone. So you guys don't want to miss, like, we're going to put it together. And I said, pay attention, guys, because we're going to end up doing a swap. It's going to be the embellishment book swap. Probably sometime in July. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to line the outside with this double-sided tape. I'm going to use our glitter glue in the middle, probably. I'm probably going to put one strip down the center to catch that second piece of thing. But for the most part, I'll put our glitter glue in the middle to catch the rest. All right, so, but I'm putting it on the outside because I want this to stick flat and stay connected to the book. We're going to cover this with some cardstock in a minute, but for the most part, we're going to do it me too, lurking, listening, making cupcakes with the kid. Oh, that's cool. We were like making cookies last weekend. I need to make, it was like so bad. It was out of my comfort zone. I should have shown, it was the first time that I actually let the kids help me make cookies. Like, I let them help me make stuff, but I'm like, okay, here, like very controlled. So I literally had powdered sugar all over the table. I had, like, you can ask Rob when he walked in there. I was like, he probably thought he was lost because I let the kids literally help me and make a huge mess. But they had fun, and he was like, this is what Rob tells me. Well, Jan, these are the moments they're going to remember when they get older. And I go, no, it's not. They're going to remember the bad ones and tell me how I ruined their life. Like, that's the moments they're going to remember. As usual. Got until the end of July. Oh boy, snail mail. Yeah, we're going to do a swap with the... It's fun though. Oh, I will give more time to do this because you're going to need time. The other one, the embellishment box, I knew it didn't take long because the hardest part about it was like cutting up the 1x1s, but it was pretty much sticking stuff in a box. The one that's had to spend the most time on it is Kat. All right, so I have the double-sided tape around it, so I'm going to take art glitter glue, and I'm going to put this on the double-sided tape. The reason why is that's going to give me more time to move it and shift it if my placement is off, because you only got one shot with this. So it's very important that you put the glue on top to give yourself more time. Right, Dana? All right, because you have to, I'm going to put it toward me some, because I need this to line up the best of my ability. I think we're good. I think we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay, I know it does, right? You want to try, you can't wait to try a new paper craft. What is that, Jamie? Are you talking about one of these? You'll have fun. Hi, Mary. Hi, Mary. All right. Hi. Okay, so now that we're here, we're going to do that same little benderoo trick where we bend, rub. Rub because it's going to want to lift. Bend, and you don't want to wait till this completely dries to do this. You want to kind of do this while the glue is still drying. So bend, rub, rub all the glue back down. Bend. And then once I get that part going, then you start bending and pushing. All right, so there is our little cover. All right, next up, we're gonna cover the book, which isn't like hard. You guys could probably figure this out. I got my little notes here. So the outside cover ends up being 5x4. And I had Zoe go pick a paper pad. I told her, go to my paper pads. You can pick any of them you want to pick, and that's what's one I'm going to use. No, it's so easy. All right, so here's the one that Zoe picked. And this is honestly has been a favorite of mine. If y'all aren't like old people from my channel, Carrie, this will be familiar to you. This was the very first journal that I ever made myself. I used this paper pad, and I bought it back up because I loved it so much, and I haven't touched it, so it's new. But this is what we're going to use. It's called Wild at Heart, and it's so cute, and you can see all the prints in here, and it's got foil. Yeah, you'll realize it's good. Yeah, it's so fun. It's a really controlled craft, and I think what makes it fun. So let's see what we're gonna pick as the front. I think I want to pick the one that is super all the colors, right? The cameras with all the colors, like, right? We should totally do this one. That way all the colors on the inside will work. All right, so this is gonna be, the one thing I can say about this is it's not very thick. The whole thing about Paper Studio, their cardstock is not really cardstock. It's always really thin, but it works fine because we have chipboard. So that's going to be, with the journals, I have, Dana makes her own, but I have the one I made had a hidden hinge. All right. So we said 5x4, right? That's what we needed. 5x4. So we're going to need to do, what happened to my thing? All right, I'm going to, so the cameras, with this print, it doesn't matter which way I cut it because the cameras are going all different ways. So, but we do need to cut 5x4. All right. Here we go. 5x4, and we need to cut 4 of those because we have the inside covers. So there are front. I'm going to cut this down by 5 as well, because we're going to need a 4. And remember, keep all your scraps when you're doing this, because those will come in handy when making pockets and other things to hold all your embellishments. All right, so there's another one, and then we need 2 for our gusset thing, the spine. All right, hold on, let me see. Kelly, I have made one either a million questions is normal. Oh, it's fine. No, you're right, Carrie. Thank you guys. I appreciate all of y'all for helping answer questions. No, it won't take that off. You have to manually do it. Hey, I will do a video. Guys, don't stress out. Like, I will do a video that's very controlled without all the comments on how to do this again, if that will help anyone. It's going to be fun and it's going to be easy. You guys will see. Okay. So next we're going to, this is going to be our piece that goes here. And then let's kind of figure out where, let me see, which one I want to be the front. And they're all kind of going, I like this one. This paper is so pretty. All right. And with this, I'm just using art glitter glue. I'm not going to use anything else. You could use a double-sided tape, but there's already cardstock here. This art glitter glue is going to stick to that cardstock like no one's business. So I don't really have to worry about, because chipboard, it's kind of, chipboard kind of is harder for stuff to stick at times. But, all right, let's line this up. And there we go. All right. And I think at this point, it really doesn't matter which ones. He just woke up in a bad mood today. Hear me, Rob?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why. He slept a long time. He slept a long time, too.
No, I was talking about you.
Oh, don't try to blame me. They can all hear you. Oh, Kat was saying that you could use a cereal box. I'm not familiar with that, but I'm sure Kat could do a video and show y'all how to make one of these with the cereal box. Make a cover with the cereal box. Kat said you could use a cereal box, which is Perfectly Imperfect Crafts. Okay.
Maybe she could use it as a giveaway.
All right.
Unless I get to it first.
All right, so there is the outside cover. Like, how stinking cute is this, right? I'm just rubbing it down. And, like, even if you have spots that stick up, just put a little more glue. It's paper and glue. It's not the end of the world. And then I could flip and be like, oh, I like this side. Oh, I like this side. All right, in here, we're not going to worry about putting anything because we're fixing to cover that part up. So cute. I suggest, if you're using the cereal box, double them up. It's a great way to practice. Yeah, chipboard's much easier. And I just told y'all, I bought this whole, if you guys are just coming, I bought this whole 25 pack of really thick chipboard for Amazon for $8. It's 8 by 11. So they sell it real cheap at Walmart.com. Like, chipboard is not that as expensive as you guys think. So, and it's just a cleaner look and whatever. So I would recommend, you know. All right, so I'm going to stick this other piece on the inside over here. And then I'm kind of moving it a little bit just to make sure it is where it needs to be. And then I am going to take this. I thought about, Carrie, how cute would this be if you made it with the pocket like I did on the other one? Right? I thought about that, but I'm like, girl, I'm trying to teach how to make this for everybody. I don't want people to lose their minds and be like, oh my God, it's too complicated. It's never. Huh, Stephanie? It's never as complicated as it looks. Hey, Lisa. Because I was like, it would be so cute for the professionals like Dana to do when you make one of these. Like, see how I made this little shaker pocket in the front? Like, step y'all's game up to do this. But everybody wants a pocket. Hold on. A pocket of what? I need help. Oh yeah, the white gives it. You could cut these smaller, like just a little tad, and it gives it like a white border, but I like it looking. The whole thing is I didn't do that, Dana, because I knew that a lot of people have never made these before, and you have to kind of know where to place it in order for it to have the border all the way around.
Yeah, Dana.
But if you notice, you can still see the white throughout. So calm down, Dana. Oh, but I'm saving this because I'm going to make pockets and stuff with it. So remember. Okay, next up, stay focused. Where are my? Okay, here are my little, or what are going to be like basically the gussets. Is that what we call it? That hold the pages. Okay. So I pre-cut these and we are going to score them. So I have 5x3, 2x3, 2 3/4 by 5, 2.5 by 5, 2 1/4 by 5, 2 inches by 5, and 1 3/4 by 5. All right, so I've already cut them to save time, but I didn't cut the pages because I'm slow. But let me get my scoreboard because that would have made sense. So basically on all of these, I didn't want to do this because I wanted you guys to see me. On all of these, I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch on the 5-inch side. So I'm going to put this in my score. Remember, the paper's going to want to shift. Just hold it with your finger and keep it in place. So I'm just going to flip this. Make sure it doesn't ride up the edge. And this is when you have a smaller scoreboard, it comes in handy. So all of these are going to come in at 1/2 inch. And hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. It's not Sandra, it's Michelle. You know, we're missing Dawn. Where is Dawn at? Hi, Cherry, or Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Cheaper on Amazon, yes. Chipboard on Amazon, $8, $8.19, I think, for 25. Double-sided tape, cheaper on Amazon. Don't look it up as score tape, look it up as double-sided tape. Or glitter glue, cheaper, yeah. But anyway, like, say it was $1 more, you're really saving money because you're not going to the craft store buying stuff you don't need. Just saying. All right. And it comes to your house. All right. You would think I worked for Amazon as much as I tell y'all. All right. So I am, wait. So see how this is kind of off? It's easy fix because I am just going to put this back in here. Run the line, and I'm only going to fold on the line that I want it to be. All right. So there's that one. That's my computer constantly telling me my hard drive that I don't know what they're talking about is running out of space. All right. So all of those have been scored at 1/4. Dawn H. No joke. I know they do. All right. Our glitter glue would change your life. Make a believer out of you. Yeah, they say that you can order a lot of stuff off of Walmart and have it shipped free to the Walmart store. So you don't have to pay shipping. But I have Prime, so I don't. So basically, you're just going to want to fold all these on the score line. So that's where we're going to start. Folding. Folding. So these are like our little page things that are going to hold the page, and they all fit inside of each other. All right. And I wrote all these down, and after the video is live, all of these measurements will be in the description of the video. So if y'all need them, you won't have to like watch. You can go back and look at the description of the video. Stack, that's what it's called? Stacked hen. Well, I didn't know what it was called because remember the lady I learned this from, Dana, she didn't speak English. No, Jan was missing her troll. I know, right? Yeah, so the lady didn't speak English, so I didn't know. The lady I learned this from didn't say what the system was called. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get paper pads. So I have learned that, let me get that. We're going to pick some more paper because we're going to make our hinge system. All right, let me see. I wrote this down. Pages. 3.5 by, okay, 3.5 by 5. You're, all right, I really like this purple in here. This purple's gonna be 1. That's gonna be 1. The gold is cute too. I think we're gonna do this red, this roses. And I think we needed 3 possibly. 3 to 4. It probably was 4. That blue is pretty. We'll do blue. Because like if you look at the cover has like bright colors. And we'll do this green. Alright. That's going to be the ones we're using. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to glue in one at a time. We're going to start with the bigger one, but we're going to cut our pages down, okay? So, let's do, we need 2 pages, and this is going to be, so one page is going to be longer than the other page. So one, because if you look at this, let me show you. This page is short because it's got the white, and you could have gone all the way down, but I like that it had the border, okay? And then this one goes a little further down, and then vice versa, right? But all of them are the same length up, so it worked out. So what we're gonna do is one is gonna be longer than the other. So this is gonna be the 3.5 by 5. So I'm gonna cut this down at 5. And then I'm going to cut 2 3.5s. So 3.5. And then this one is going to be 3.5. And then we're going to save all that because we're going to use it. Let's do the green. So this one I'm going to cut down at 5. And we're going to cut this, we're going to cut 2 3-inch sides. And mind you, there's a lot of variations you can do with this, but this is just the way that I'm doing it. All right, 3. So I'm not going to worry about any of these papers for now because I'm going to put these 2 pieces together. Yeah, that purple's pretty. All right, let's move this out of the way and let's do this. So this is when the double-sided tape comes back in. So, and this is where we use both, Pam. So we're going to put double-sided tape at the bottom. You could probably use glue with this again. I'm just using double-sided tape because I have it and it's easy. And I'm just putting a piece on each side. I will put art glitter glue down the middle. All right, so here I'm going to use my other double-sided tape. And because I don't, these pages are pulled, so I don't want them to come off easy. So that's my theory on using. So so I have my double-sided tape on the back, and then I'm going to put double-sided tape on the inside of these. All right, and then I'm going to cut. I literally worked on this idea all day today. All right. All right. If I missed anyone, let me know. If I'm not talking or missing any comments, let me know. All right. So that kind of went off rails again. The one thing about this double-sided tape is once it goes, you got to just leave it alone. Because if you pull it up, it's ripping whatever you have it on. Once it's down, it's down. All right. So here's where I'm going to make sure to, what's this called? Dana, when you rub it. Hey, following you, I need to watch this. Okay. So for the embellishment box, it's so much fun. All right, embellishment book. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm pulling off, I probably didn't need to pull that one off yet. Okay, so I am just going to line up, and then the whole thing about this tape is everything sticks to it. So I hope that you guys can see what I'm doing. Remember how it kind of folds, right? Maybe I'll do it this way and it'll be easier. I'm going to leave it kind of folded, and I hope that you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to line up my paper right where it folds. So it's right on the crease. You can still fold it, but do you see where it folds? So I line up that paper. If you see it's got a little bit on the white on the sides, it's fine. All right, let me pull this one. So the purple is going to be on the inside. Okay, and I'm doing the same thing on this side. Act like y'all don't hear that. It's normal. They're trying to get them to be quiet. All right, so next I'm just going to, hold on. Hi, Andrea. Oh, hey, Amy, or Kristen. It's Chrislyn. Hi, if I missed anyone, hi. Okay, so we put those, so on this one, on the back side, and this is before I'm putting in the book. On the back side, I am just going to art glitter, and if you notice, I don't know, this is, okay, let me teach y'all a very valuable lesson. When you learn, and anybody that makes books knows this, when you start making albums where the measurements are precise, you start realizing that the paper is not cut properly. Am I lying, Dana? You start realizing that. Hi, Kathy. Oh, Elijah. Yeah, it's Elijah. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, you realize that the paper is not precisely cut. So sometimes you might think your math is off or your cutter's off. It's the paper. All right, so because I'm going to show you making this, how I fix that. All right, so I'm just lining this paper up right at where that meets. And see how I have this gap right here? I'm just going to take my scissors and trim that off because it'll be different sizes every time because the paper is not perfectly cut. All right, so there is that first page. Let me, and it might have been my math too on my cutting, because you can lose like a little, see how small this is? When you're cutting, you can have it lined up a little wrong. All right, so next we're gonna glue this other green one to the back. And see how that one doesn't have it? I don't know, sometimes it could be me. But when you're cutting them off and you're cutting 3 and 3 and 3, you would think the last one's going to match up, but it doesn't. All right. Not the end of the world. All right. So next, I am just going to put, I'm lining this up right at that fold where I have that piece and then just pushing this down. And this one doesn't need to be trimmed up, but like a micro of an inch. All right, so that is our first piece that goes in our book. All right, so remember I have that double-sided tape we're gonna pull up. And this is what I've learned the best way to put this in here so it kind of matches up. First of all, I'm going to put glue over the score tape to give me a little more time, just in case I have to shift it. And then I'm putting double-sided tape. Well, I have learned the best way to stick these in there and get it where I want it to is to pull it up like this and line it up at the top and the bottom because you don't want it to shift. And then once you know you got it lined up, rub it down. So there are our first page, right? And then you just kind of rinse and repeat. So our next one's gonna fit in there. And so we did purple and green. So how about we do blue and pink? And this time we'll cut this one at 5. I guess the blue one's gonna be the longer one. So, and like you could have put them both up, but okay, in my mind I'm thinking something. All right, so that's 3.5. So these are both gonna be 3.5. And then we're going to cut the pink and get the pink. This one's gonna be 3. I hear whispering to my husband, and he walked by my craft room, looked up, and saw the comment and was like, no. Alright. Alright, so this one is our 3 that we need. 3. And then cut this one down at 3. Alright. So then we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to take my double-sided tape. This one you guys are going to be like, I'm bored. But good night, Angela. Here, what? All right. I probably missed that. Sorry, guys. Oh, 1. All right. And then 2. And then I'm going to put the double-sided tape, which I probably don't need the double-sided tape, but in my mind I'm like, the pages are constantly going like this, so I want it to be on there sturdy. But then as I think about that, I'm like, yeah, because I'm like, you probably don't need this stuff. But just to be on the safe side, I probably could do it without it. All right, I'm just gonna do the end, then we'll use our glitter glue. All right, so then rinse and repeat, rub, varnish. Is this called varnish, Dana? All right, let me see. I'm going to have to watch this like 50 times, yikes. No, I'll do another video this week and show it. It's going to be fun though. All right. So next, but I'm doing the same repetitive thing, so you guys will probably at the end get it. I am just going to put the glue down here as I stick, and I'm going to turn it this way so you guys can see it, and you probably will see better if I turn it this way. All right, so I am just, remember it has a fold in it, so I am just going to line this up, wait, right above the fold, and I'm pushing that down so it can still fold, if that makes sense. All right, and then the back piece, see how it's got that gap? I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the different thing. I just put this paper on it, and I know it's all white on white, so that makes it kind of difficult. I'm lining this up with that edge right there. It's got like an edge. Let me zoom in a little more. Dana, you'll be okay. See how there's like a edge right there? That's what I'm gluing this piece to. So this piece is going here. I need to put some more glue in my bottle. And then there's that side of the page. All right, I'm gonna zoom back out now. It's art glitter glue. They only sell it online, but it's this glue. It doesn't have anything to do with glitter. I should explain that. If you've never heard of art glitter glue, it has nothing to do with glitter, but it's called art glitter glue. It dries instantly, almost. But I need to, let me fill up my little bottles real quick. Well, it's driving me crazy that it needs to be filled up. So, break time, guys. Break time for the glue. All right. It is tedious to fill this up, though. You gotta start slow. I didn't. And if you don't, you'll have a mess. Which I didn't. Ugh. I didn't. And we're gonna have to just fill it up a little bit later. Okay. Otherwise it's gonna be a mess. Okay. So next I'm going to pull up this piece and then we're gonna put the blue. So I'm just putting art glitter glue here. And the blue is gonna go lined up right there. Alright, and that gets pushed down. Then I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna put glue all over here. And then all right, so now I'm just gonna clean up this end edge where it's off by like a little bitty bit. And then clean up this side where they don't line up together by a little bit of it. All right, so I'm gonna rub out these. Selective. Oh, I have selective reading. Look, I see y'all trying to play me. All right. Hey, Susie Cute. Hi, Sandra. I didn't even see you. Did you just get here? No one told Sandra? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You missed the whole damn thing. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm putting the same thing, guys. I'm just putting glue on the back. And then remember, I told you earlier, I've learned the best way to line this up is to pick your book up and put it in there. Centered the best you can. Line it up at the top because these are exactly the same. Look at the bottom. Then rub. Then rub. Because that art glitter glue will give you a little bit of time. And if you see, it's coming together. All right. So next up, we have all of this mess needs to be thrown away. But it goes by fast, and it's a lot of the same old thing. Yay! No, it wasn't taken. I went and looked, and I was like, it's not taken. Alright. That thing only irritates me when I'm live, because it's like, seems to do it like crazy. Where it's like running out of, I don't know. Alright. So the same thing. Now we're going to flip it over, add double-sided, the thin one. And I think this is an 1/8 of an inch. An 1/8, because to me, it doesn't make a huge difference in the quarter. But 1/8 of an inch. All right. So put this at the top, and then we'll mix up the papers that we've been using for it. All right. Cut. All right. So next, let's do, how about we mix up purple and the pink, right? We'll mix up purple and pink. So the purple is our 3, and that's 5, 5. Let me see. This is my 5, right? Or, that's my 5. All right, so we need 3.5. Maybe we shouldn't do, we should do this one as a smaller one, because we did the pink one as a smaller one. So we'll do this one at 3.5. But then I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, no, because I have exactly 3 pieces left. Look, if I do it this way, I'm saving paper, because I can cut 2 3s. That's my 2 3s. So this one's going to have to be my 3.5. Yeah. All right. So let's cut this down at 3.5. Save the scraps. And then we're going to cut this at 5. Save my scraps. And then cut this one at 3.5. Pink goes over there. Stag hinge can be hidden also. Thank you, Carrie. All right, so I'm just gonna stick my purple pieces my purple piece down. So let me do yeah, you could put the paper, I could put the paper all the way down and get it hidden, but I didn't. I could have done 3, and I think the reason why I decided not to do that is because I like the little, how it's bringing in the white of the rest of it, so it kind of all ties on certain sides, which I could have cut these down at 3.5 too, but I think that would have been a little trickier for new people to have to put these down. It would have been a little trickier, a little more complicated. All right, so next I'm going to, I wanted to make this to where everyone could do it and it not be too over complicated. I kind of messed around with different ideas today and was like, that was complicated for me, so I don't know. All right, so next. Good night, Dana. Thanks, Dana. It fights you back. Don't try to not to touch it. That's the trick to it, is try not to put your fingers on it. All right, so and then you're good. And you always want to make sure those actually fold. All right, so, and it seems like it's going a lot faster, right? Yeah, that's because I'm not having to explain as much, because I think that by this point y'all have gotten the gist of it. Okay, so then this one, we're going to just lift up these, put the art glitter glue on it to give us some more time, just in case we need to shift it a little bit. You could probably use, if you got the double-sided and you don't have art glitter glue, you could probably use your glue with the same process. It just gives you a little more time. All right, so I'm going to pick up the book and try to line this up in the middle, but at the top, And I think that we're going to go, me and the girls are going to go live tonight. And we're going to, hey, Susie, say something. Can you say something in chat?
Say something, damn it.
I know you've been talking this whole time, but I need you to say something in chat at this very moment. Oh, those two pink pieces are together, but it's fine. It's fine, girls. All right, so next up, we have 3 more because it has quite a lot of pages. Maybe we should have mixed it up. I think we're going to do just the way it is. I like it where it's purple and blue and purple and blue. And okay. So next is blue. But with the blue, we did we do purple and pink on that one? No, this one has green. Okay. So I think with this one, instead of trying to save paper, we're not worried about that. We're going to cut this down. Because this one is on this side. We're going to cut this down. This is going to be our 3. This is going to be our 3 this time. Alright, so we need 2 3s. 3. And 3. And then we need... that green is going to be my 3.5. All right, this is our 5. No, this is our 5. So we need a 3.5. I hope you guys can. Oh, I'm cutting these down. I'm sorry. I'm just figuring out where my paper's gonna go. Okay, 3.5. We need one more. 3.5. So I'm cutting this down at 5 because it's always at 5. And then we need a 3.5. Alright. So those are the next ones that are going on. Alright. Yes, that's so true. We're going to probably, y'all want to make sure y'all are subscribed to Susie's channel because we're probably going to go live on her channel. Just FYI. So if y'all aren't subscribed to Susie... yeah, I can see it. I remembered that I had told you to talk and then I had forgot again what I was going to do. So then I had to come back. Yeah, so y'all want to subscribe to Susie if you're not. Here is Wild at Heart. It is from Hobby Lobby. They sell it online. That's what I'm using. This is a paper pad. Hobby Lobby is it. All right, so next I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm making an embellishment book. An embellishment book, Sandra. All right. Sub, yeah, you want to sub to Susie. Hi, Sharon. How are you doing? I hope that you were having a good week or even a good minute or a good day. Anything. I'm keeping you in my prayers. I forgive of those when I had the big sale. I didn't buy it at the big sale. I think I bought that one. The first one I bought was actually in Hobby Lobby. That one I bought online. All right. So hopefully, but this is going to be so cute and it's going to be so amazing. All right. Oh, thank you, Patricia. That is so sweet. I just seen your comment. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm missing. I'm like, get it done. Okay. You're allowed, Kat. Thanks. I know, for real. I'm focused on this, and that's kind of how y'all be thinking I be listening y'all when on Google Hangouts. I don't really be hearing what y'all are saying. Y'all know I be asking y'all over and over again. Thank you. All right. So we're going to put the art glitter glue, because we're trying to, this is the bigger page. Remember, a good way to remember, your longer page always goes in the, where not the double-sided tape, or the top part, right? I mean, I guess it could go the other way. I don't honestly think it matters. Honestly, I don't. Now in hindsight, I don't think it matters. I think you could put it however you want. I think I'm just OCD and I'm like, I've been doing it this way. That's the way we're going to do it. But I don't think it really matters. Okay, there's a gap on this. All right, so let me go ahead and cut this gap. Remember, I cleaned my scissors at glue. You have to clean your scissors like crazy when you're doing this project, just so you know. All right, so pull this up and then glue. I'm trying to work faster. If I'm going too fast and you guys have any questions, just let me know. Hey, Laurel. Hey. Yay. Well, I don't know. Yay. Well, maybe you'll get a break for a while. Yeah, it's rough. And then, yeah, I'm keeping you in my prayers. I just want you to know that you're in my prayers. How's your kids doing and your family? Are they doing good? Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys what I'm making, because Sharon, Sandra, a couple other people just came in. So I have decided that I've been making a lot of flip books because I'm trying to send out a lot of friend mail, and I kind of wanted to make my own idea on a flip book. So we're making, it's what it called an embellishment book. So it's really small. It's only 5 by 5. But y'all know one flip book. So my idea was, and I'm going to fully decorate this week. I might do it with y'all. I don't know yet. But there's a pocket here and in the back thus far. And so my idea is that you make, like with all the scraps, you make different pockets, where if it's a pocket down here, a belly band, a pocket on the side, a pocket on this side, and you kind of fill it up with stickers or embellishments. And when you send it in a swap, the person, after they use all the embellishments, they could still use this. And then it could be like an album where you could put like wallet size, or a journal, or something that you can still do something with afterwards. So that's what we're working on if you're just coming in. Okay, hold on. 1 second. All right, and then I'm going, all right, so we're putting, so remember, I'm just going to pull this piece up. Yeah, praying for you, Sharon. Super cute. Yeah, it is. So cute. Hey, Laurel, I'm sorry I didn't stop in when you guys were live. I'll have to, I did, but I didn't comment. I'll watch the replay. All right, so I'm lifting the book up here because, like I said, we're probably going to end sometime in July, hopefully. But I'll give plenty of time. Wait, that's not straight. I want it to be, okay. I'll give plenty of time to be able to make this for a swap. So there, so far we have 3 pages and we got 2 more to go. And that's where we're at so far. All right, so we have 2 more to go, and we're going to, we just did green and blue, so how about we do, what colors did we not do together? I don't think we've done green and pink, right? Green and pink haven't been done together. So maybe we'll do green, but I don't want the green touching each other. And if I did it that way, they would be touching each other. So let me see. We have 2 blue, 2 green. So maybe we do because green and pink are not together. All right, so we're gonna make the green the little ones. So we're gonna cut 3 by 3. So there's our little ones. And then we're gonna cut the pink. We have a lot of pink left, so we'll do pink is gonna be 3.5. Three and a half by 3.5. All right. There are long pages. Okay. So let's take the 2 by 5 and we're gonna put score tape down the back. This time I'm gonna put it dead center because it's not big enough to put 2. And then we're gonna take our, I don't know what my kids did with that thing, the cardboard. So this is just, it still works though. It still works. All right. It's fun having kids. That's what they say anyway. All right. 2. I'm glad I cleaned my scissors like 5 minutes ago because they probably wouldn't open by now. My internet is finally back. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. It says, hey, Laurel, I couldn't comment. Oh, different states, we talk the same. Yeah. I like it this way of the hinges. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it too. It's easy and kind of repetitive, but it's super cool. All right, so rubbing that down. Okay, I'm gonna pull this side and put some art glitter glue on it. I need to fill up my bottle when I'm done with this live. All right, so what was the big piece? The red. I mean the pink. I don't know where I got red. My mind was saying red. I think my mouth was saying red. My mind was saying pink. Something like that. All right, we're gonna put green on the back. This one is not cut right. I mean, it's like huge. Let me see if it's that or if it's just, no, it's that. Okay, so I'm gonna put art glitter glue. We'll trim that up. And glue this down. Alright, so I'm just trimming up where the 2 papers weren't the same size. Alright, and then we'll pull this one off and go. I said this, if you guys are just coming in, I probably should have said it earlier before people started blanking out, that we're going to go live on Susie's channel. So if you guys aren't subbed to Susie, you want to sub. I will also probably put an announcement on the channel, but you want to, hold on, don't do it. This one's not even. That's probably, all right. This part. All right. And then glue this part down. And then I'm trimming this because this is just where you put, when I put it down, I put some up a little further, a little up than the others. All right, trimming that part. And then pull this piece, and then we only have one more page to do, and then we're pretty much, you're at the point of like embellishing, putting in pockets. All right, so hold the book up so that way it's going in there straight. All right. So one more page to go. And can you start over so I can watch? Yeah, let me do that right now, Laurel. I know. Girl, there's the playback. But I'm going to do a video this week because I'm going to try to like get the key points and voiceover and dimensions. But I'm sure this will be helpful for a lot of other people because I think on lives you learn from people actually talking. I think some people learn from tutorials because, like, I'm a type person, as long as you got the measurements and the description, I got it, right? But I know some people like to ask questions where some people have asked, and then you can learn that way. And there's some people that are visual people where they want to watch a tutorial and they can, you know, I know there's all kinds of different learners. And with this one, I want everyone to do it because I want us to do a swap with it. All right, so let's cut our papers down for our last pages. So we have purple and blue is going to be our pages. So let's see. What was... All right, we did blue. We've done purple only one way this way. So I think we're going to do purple is going to be the little piece. So blue is going to be 3.5. So 3.5. And then 3.5. All right, there's our 3.5s, and then this one is going to be 3 and 3. 3 and 3. And remember, I'm not going to get rid of any of this because I'm going to use all these papers to do the embellishment part. But if you look at it, we've used 4 or 5 pieces of cardstock 12 by 12s, 2 pieces, well, more than 2, about 3 pieces of white, and then a piece of chipboard. All right, so then we need the big piece, which is the blue. But this one, I'm going to cut a piece of paper in the middle of this before I glue this down. And then, oh wait, pull the thing up first, Jan. Silly. All right. There we go. And this one is so much easier because when I was doing the other one earlier, it took me a long time. But I think anytime you're figuring out measurements, I had it written down. So when you're figuring out stuff, it takes longer. All right. So a little bit of art glitter glue goes here. And then glue this one down, and then I'm going to cut a piece for that other thing. I need to trim this up. Alright, and then our glitter glue to this, and then okay, yeah, it's good. I love how supportive the crafting community is. Okay, I am just doing the trim. All right, 1 second. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the main page, which was this one, and I think we're going to cut, I think this one's already cut at 5 by 5, so I'm just going to cut a piece. Let's measure what size I need to cut it. All right, it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. All right, 5 eighths, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My OCD's like, is that right? All right, there we go. So this is gonna go in here like this, but I need my pencil because I need to erase this 3 that is in the edge. And then I'm gonna glue this down to the center because since this is the last page, it's just gonna kind of go. All right, lining that up, and then that's our center for the last page. All right, so peeling this off and putting this. Now, if you're planning on making one of these, you could really make this for all kinds of stuff. Like if you wanted to make your kids an album, whatever, you could just basically use the same theory, just different sizing, right? If you know that the book is 4 by 5, you could do 4 by 7 and just add in here, you know, change that to a 7 instead of the 5. So you could really like make all different kinds. All right, so there is our last and final page. And look how cute that is, right? So here is the end result where we have all this really pretty paper. I know this is green, but it's fine. I thought about it when I was doing it and I was like, it's good. I don't mind it at all. So I'm going to sometime this week do a video where we talk. I know, and it's so cute. Like just as this, okay, say you didn't want to do the embellishment. Just as this alone, as like a little album, like say you have kids and you want to put their things, how cute is that, right? A gift for somebody like that had a baby and you got pictures. I don't know, you do multiple things, but we're going to this week. I might get everything together and on our live on Friday, but I don't know. I plan on doing a video on this and putting that up so it'll be more edited without being interrupted. And then I will have all the dimensions in it. I will also maybe, either way I'll do a project share, but I think on Friday maybe if I gather everything up and then kind of show you how I would put it together and use all the scraps might be our best option, right? Because I want to do a swap with this and I think it would be really cute. Making this part was going to be the hardest part to get. Adding this stuff is going to be easy. And so these are the 2 little books that I made, but like here's the thing, like look how different they look just by the different paper. So you could really like, you know, just pick what your heart. Thanks guys. I have to get some chipboard. I know, it's so cute. They have chipboard, I believe. I don't know if they have it in store, but I know that Michael's and them places have it, but I know that Joann's and whatever, but yeah, it's cheaper on Amazon. But it's so cute, right? So cute. And it's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun share, fun projects. I know, it's so cute. Hold on, guys. I'm going to link the one that I got so you guys can see that it is not expensive. It was like $8 for 25 sheets. It's super thick. So give me 1 second to do that for you. Before you guys go. And then it's always usually in the description box, but I don't have it on my favorites, so let me just add it to my favorites really quickly. But that's a good deal. Like $8 for 25 sheets is not bad. When I think like it's $1 or more, maybe $2 or something at Michael's for just one. So hold on. Let me go to, all right, chipboard. And it's really good chipboard too, because you always get worried that you don't know, because it's like the Amazon choice. But I was reading the reviews because I'm really big on reading the reviews. And so that's one thing. Like, if you're going to buy stuff off Amazon, always read the reviews. Like, the bulk of the reviews. All right, here is, let me shorten it. Betsy. So we're going to go live on Susie's channel, but it's probably going to be, I don't know, about 15 minutes, because I need to take a break, get something to drink, and the rest of that. So here is the link, guys, for the chipboard. Quick question: how do I add favorites to my drop down box? Well, there's a list. So if you're on Amazon, you just add it to your list, if that makes sense. So, like, whenever I'm searching for this stuff, I just go and then type in, instead of add to cart, add to list. Yeah. I know, right? My husband says the same thing, Patricia. On top of the full time. Good big piece of chipboard behind my couch. Nice. The other thing, hey, let me tell y'all something. Be careful though. This is the thing that I didn't tell y'all about chipboard. Okay. No, listen, I know. If you are going to cut chipboard in your paper trimmer, you need to have one blade that is just for chipboard, not to cut paper. Because if I cut chipboard with this thing, it is going to shear on my paper and make it, it's not going to cut it right.
Well, it's
so
styrofoam, isn't it?
No, it's chipboard. So anyways, but what I do is I have my old, like if you got some old trimmers, like old in the day with the handles that come down, that's what I use now. But just saying, if you have an extra blade, write on the blade chipboard and only use that blade to cut chipboard, or use your old blades to cut chipboard. Switch it back and forth. Okay, I have it shipped. And have it. Yeah, the other thing was Walmart. You can get it at Walmart. That's what we were talking about earlier. You can get it at Walmart. It's cheap if you don't have Amazon Prime, and have it shipped to your store for free. Yes, let me show you. I can't even get it up here. It's probably, you're going to be like, really? So this, well, it's not that, it's big and it's locked, but this is what I use to cut my chipboard. Now here's the crazy thing. I have to, you can't like put like the long chipboard in here and get it to cut. You have to like cut halfway through, flip it over, and then cut the other half. But yes, the monster paper cutter. Oh no, you're fine, Laurel. You were helpful. They might have missed us talking about that. But like, Walmart has where you can ship, they have chipboard for cheap. Pull down handle, yeah. Those are what I would recommend using. I gotta clean all this mess. Those are what I would recommend using to cut your chipboard, because with these little paper, they're not made for that. But if you do have to do it, because I've done it, I would recommend don't use the same blade to cut your paper. Swap it out. Or just buy a blade and switch it out. Pull down. That trimmer that I have, hey Lisa, that trimmer that I had is not that expensive, believe it or not. But I've had it for a long time. I used to do coupons and cut coupons. And so it was put up in the closet. And the other day I'm like, I'm fixing to go get that down and use it to cut some stuff. So, cut bulk. I gotta put my glue on here. Cut bulk. But, so y'all check. Divert. Hello. Divert. Yeah. So funny. Yeah, I would recommend, that's one thing I should have said at the beginning for the people that left. Be careful with cutting chipboard and your regular trimmers. You don't want to do that without swapping the blade out. Because what will happen is when you go to cut paper with that same blade, it'll mess up your paper. Girl, Rob doesn't buy any. Well, he buys it, but he's not buying it, if that makes sense. But I'm in paper gel. I think I talked about that on the live the other day. I'm not allowed to buy any more paper until I use all the paper, or most of all the paper I have. Because we were talking about hiding stuff and bringing bags in. I don't know if you guys watched that live. It was, Lisa was on there. It was hilarious. We were talking about hiding our craft supplies. I'm filling up my glue bottle. So that's funny. Kelly, did you fill up your glue yet in the little bottles? You just got to go slow, slow. Otherwise, it makes a huge mess. And then here's the other thing about art glitter glue. Art glitter glue cannot be in a room that's hot or cold. So if you have a room that is too hot or too cold, the glue will act up. Get me some gelatos. But tell him what. That's funny. Bringing house with me at work. We were talking about it because we were like, girl, what you do is you start carrying one of those big, you know, those big old, I don't know if y'all ever been to Tuesday Morning, but they got those big old grocery bags, like the big ones. Like, girl, you start carrying that around and say it's your purse so you can sneak all the craft supplies in your house. That's funny. Well, I'm going to jump off here. If you guys make sure you're Susie Q Crafts that is talking right now. Make sure you're subbed to her. I'm going to take like a 15-minute break. And then, yeah, Walmart ships free to their stores. I'm going to take a 15-minute break. Then we're going to go live on Susie's channel. So y'all might want to make sure you're subbed to her. And we will be live on there. I'm also going to put an announcement just for the people that, you know, didn't see it. But thanks, guys. Watch for the video. You guys, try making these. Get some chipboard. Let me see. If you guys aren't in the Facebook group, join the Facebook group. Instagram. Make a video. Thank you, Amy or Kerslin. Kerslin. It's Kerslin or Kerslin? It's Kerslin. Never mind. It's Kerslin. I like that name. Thank you. We'll see you guys in a little while. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Great project. Bye, guys.